Hello everybody, today is February 24th, 2025 and the temperature is 4 degrees Celsius and I am now on the Queen West and Eden Center. So as you see, the construction outside is really messed up, but today I am going to inside and I'm going to take a look at the underground pedestrian pathway in the financial district in the city of Toronto. So let's go. So I am now entered through the Hudson Bay department store. So from the Hudson Bay department store, there is a very easy access to the Toronto underground pedestrian pathway. This is the way. So now I am going under the southbound and I'm going to follow one of the main street in the Toronto underground pathway. Now, this is the southbound, all the way down to Union Station. I think this path is actually pretty easy to find because as you see the amount of people at like 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. they come to have their quick lunch. And most of the small business underneath looks pretty fabulous. And actually their price of the lunch is not very expensive, pretty reasonable. Especially for people who have a full-time job here. They don't have any difficulty to pay for each of their lunch underneath. So now I am going to the Scotia Bank Plaza underneath the Scotia Bank building. So each of the 5 major banks in Canada, they have a distinct color underneath the Toronto underground pathway. So now I am approaching the Scotia Bank, which is the dark red color. And there's a food hall on my left side. It's almost lunchtime and lots of people just have their lunch over here. So now I'm leaving the Scotia Bank Plaza. I am approaching the first Canadian place on the Bay Street. So in each, there's a completely white color. And as you see, there's lots of very fancy coffee shop inside. And on my right side, there's a Pilot Coffee Roaster. And they have a bunch of locations in the downtown Toronto. One of them is on the Spadina in Richmond. And their coffee is really broad and rich taste. And you can basically find all of the fancy and new coffee shops in the downtown underground pass in Toronto. So now this white square place is called First Canadian Place, and it has a distinct white color, and on the top of it is the BMO building. Yeah, you can see the outside. It is I think it is King Street on the BMO building. So now I am leaving the First Canadian Place on the BMO building, and I'm going toward the TD and RBC section. As you'll see, lots of people is just on their way to lunch. So lots of small business and shops underneath the TD building. So the TD building and the BMO building are just face to face along the King Street. There's a chocolate bar. There's a Starbucks. There are actually a lot of Starbucks in the Cosmo. And now I am leaving the TD section, and I think next one is going to be the RBC. People work here. They are under a pretty busy schedule. And I think in 2025, any like new grad who want to find a job in the Toronto's financial district, they have to have a very strong background. So not only they be graduated from the top business program and with a high GPA, but also it has to have a lot of co-op and research experience. And then it has to be pretty lucky to get the offer here. And not only they hire for a commerce and business position, but also they have a lot of IT and programming position. So here is the underneath part of the RBC top. And Toronto Financial District is the largest financial district in Canada and also one of the most famous around the world.
Or a police officer. If you see something, say something. That's the thing. If you can answer the question, you should be answering that.
And now, let's have a look at the newly renovated Union Station. And the Union Station started construction on the year of 2008, and it's a finished renovation at during the pandemics on 2022. So it takes like more than decades for the renovation. And here is one of the most coffee, the Arabica coffee, and they have a pretty good inn, and they have branches on Eaton and Yorkdale. So I've tried once for their coffee and it's pretty good. And lots of people in the Saturday, Sunday, they just want to buy a latte from it.
At any given time.
So now it is the underground hall on the Union Station. And as you see, there's a two security guard watching me, so it looks like they may not really willing to see that I'm filling everything. So, and let's take a look at the food bar, the newly established food bar. I think they established about 2 years, but the food bar really looks a lot better than what it used to be. So a lot of new small businesses just located here. But here, like, the price is kind of more expensive than the food halls on the underground pathway, because here is more like a tourism area rather than a business or a campus area. So this is one of the main food hall under the Union Station. As you see, they have the food actually from all the major countries. They have a Chinese, Arabic, Japanese, ramen noodle, and also fast food chains, McDonald's. And now let's go up to the train waiting area. So this is not a very popular food places for the people who's working full-time at the financial area. And you can see there's still some like downtown Uber drivers waiting for their friends or waiting for the train back home. And actually on the train area, there's like 2 rush hours every night. So one is actually starting from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's actually the people who's working in the financial district. They have to go home. The other is rush area is the Uber drivers starting from 9 p.m. all the way to 11 and 12 a.m. next day to go back home. So many of them, they just live in Brampton or Scarborough. for the Uber driver in the downtown. So now this is the ground floor of the Union Station. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the actually -1 floor of the Union Station. So before it's a -2 floor. It's not really busy here, but it was really busy on the pedestrian way. And when I'm walking through, I can hear lots of people just talking about how busy their schedule is as a banker. Yeah, because those jobs are very stressful. And many people, after working like 5-6 years, they just quit and they open up their own business. And the same thing, they can still make a lot of money. So I am back at the entrance of a newly renovated Union Station. So now let's take the northbound. I am exit the Union Station, and now let's have a look at the northbound of the underground pathway. So this way. So the underground pathway is actually a very complex for the visitors. And the northbound mainstream is actually not very well known for a lot of people. So today I am going to show around it. So as you see, this hallway is actually started on the northeast corner of the Union Station TTC subway, and this Brookfield place. And before I'm filming this part, I actually have worked here before, and what I'm discovering is the map that downloaded from the PDF official website is kind of mismatching with the physical sign over here. So I think the reason why they made it is they just want to kind of confuse the visitors here, because they don't want too many visitors. I think only the people who has a full-time job in the financial district, they completely familiar with the mainstream of the underground pathway. So this is the Brookfield place, and they have a very famous look of the on the ground floor. So yeah, and I actually see a lot of people post a post here. So this is actually a very distinct look in the financial area. And now I am showing on the eastbound. And let's have a look at the westbound. The Brookfield place is actually to the east of the RBC Tower. And this is the look around of this kind of beautiful sceneries. And now from here I am working toward the eastbound, and I am going back to the underground pass. I'm pretty sure because of the economical recession and the launch of different kind of generative AI tools, even a lot of people who work in the financial district, they got laid off. So the reason is the AI tools, they just replace a lot of entry level and intermediate level positions over here. So now this is the foothold in the Brookfield place on the financial district. So this is the Hockey Hall of Fame, and if you want to enter, you have to buy the ticket. There's a lot more people just coming off of lunch. So now this is the Commerce Count. It's actually very confusing for the first-time people, first-time visitor or walkers who's coming here first to navigate through the hallway. Because as I said before, the map and the logo, physical logo, are kind of not matching each other. Because they want to kind of confusing the visitors. There's everybody just going out to buy their hands on lunch. So now I am going to the North Tower of the financial district to approach the Scotia Bank Plaza again.
Sometimes they have like donuts, small branded.
So this area, I think if you are not working here full time, it may not be very easy to be discovered by a lot of visitors. Wow, so another Starbucks. Everybody's coming out for lunch. So now I am turning back to the first Canadian place. now back to the Pilot Roaster Coffee. It's back to where I'm coming before. So now I am going to the westbound exit of the square on the first Canadian place. As you see here, there's still a lot of people who's coming out to have their lunch. It's a large flowing of people compared to before. It's a winged chocolate shop. Not a great time for filming. There's a lot of noise. I think there's a parking by another food hall. This is a Starbucks over here. It is underneath the Richmond and Adelaide Center. So now there's the food hall over here. So I'm going to have something on the Eden Center today instead of here. Wow, it's just I came here like half an hour ago, which is very quiet. But suddenly, the people just coming out, all for their lunch. So now this is the area where a lot of people don't know. It is from the Sheraton place all the way east to the Hudson Bay and Eden Center. And as you see here, the decoration is kind of old-fashioned. It's not being renovated, I think, for decades. And a lot of the restaurants are closed. So this is actually kind of that section in the underground pathway. And I can smell something bad, pretty bad from the washroom over here. Well, I think lots of people here, they just come to Eden Center to have their lunch. So now it's almost the Hudson Bay. Thomson building. I don't know what it is. Just passing by. Now I'm back to the Hudson Bay department store. So as you see, this is the basement floor of the Hudson Bay. So let's find the exit. All of the escalator is under maintenance. So I think, so now I am leaving the Toronto Pass on the basement floor of the Hudson Bay store. So let's have a look at what they offer currently. So there used to be actually a food market over here, but they just quit these places, I think, 2 weeks ago. I don't know what they're going to renovate it later on. I think a lot of people who's on the Thomson Tower, they are going to have their lunch on the Eden Center instead of that area in the pathway. So now I am back to the north entrance of the Hudson Bay department store, and that's it for today. So thank you for watching. See you guys next time.